Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the Hebrew Israelites. All right, we come out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, America. All right, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
All right, double honors to elders of GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to those teaching in truth and sincerity for the love of the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're going to start off here in Psalm 64, verse 1, maybe, because we have this evil ruler over us right now in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretty much oppressing the people, man, and the people that's trying to live, you know what I'm saying, an honest life.
I got it, bro. Psalm 64 and 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power. It says, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Yeah, because, you know what I'm saying, they're going around on the earth doing all this evil. And you know what I'm saying, hey, the Lord is going to pay them back the evil that they've done. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, our people have to realize, man, that, hey, there's people out here in this world that are here to get you, man.
Yeah, if I may, you know, Babylon itself, you know, is a fucking trap. You know, they set a system up to pretty much to always keep us, you know, at a disadvantage and ultimately keep us disconnected from our power. You know,
Yeah.
That's why the Lord called this place the Valley of the Shadow of Death, because everywhere you look, you know, that's something that you can get caught up in, man. You know, and our people, you know, is caught up in many ways, man. Whether it's, you know, from the food, you know, the air, fucking the system itself, the laws, you know. So it's easy to get caught up in this sense, man. You know, and this place is designed to destroy the Israelite man, woman, and child. You know.
Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, they controlling your food, the air, the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're putting all these toxins and chemicals and drugs in them.
Yep.
All right, to poison you and make you throw your spirit off balance.
Mm-hmm.
Got you people doing, you know what I'm saying, destroying your own selves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, making his job easier.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's a spirit you say that because I was watching, I think I saw it in the chat earlier about McDonald's and how they put all these different chemicals and shit in it. And, you know, and everywhere you go where Jake at, it's a McDonald's right there. You know, and that line stay packed. And you look at our people, you know, like the elder Yasharam like to say, man, our people lead the league in sickness, you know, fucking obesity, you know, and all matters of things, man, because, you know, this damn devil, man. And on top of that, the education system, that's part of the snares and traps, the philosophies, even the religious system. Because when you look at, you know, so-called blacks and Latinos neighborhood, what they got most on every corner than a fucking church or a cathedral.
Yeah.
You know, hey, look at Gary, man. Look how destroyed Gary, Indiana is, but yet it's a church standing on every corner. Chinese Bible church.
Yeah, man, this place is riddled with churches everywhere, man.
Yeah.
You know, all right, it says,
I read it. It says, who wet their tongues, Psalm 64 and 3, who wet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Yeah, because, hey, man, they're waiting to spread some kind of lie to us, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like, kill us, man. Hey, they're setting traps out here for us, man. And everything they do and everything that they say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hey, they destroy people with words, man.
God. You know, Esau's like, what's that anime? Wile E. Coyote. You know, and we watched that old, anime. Wile E. Coyote was always setting traps to catch the Roadrunner. You know.
And so they say these things are good for you, but then all the things they have set for you is bad, and it's set up for you to self-destruct. You know.
It says, verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at them, and they fear not.
All right, so that they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so secretly, they're trying to take you out, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all these nations got together, man, and said, let us cut off the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And these are the nations that rule the world.
And it says secretly, man, this is a hidden agenda.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the civil rights movement, that was a hidden agenda because it masked itself as we're helping our people. But in reality, when you look at the civil rights movement, it was meant to destroy our people, like BLM as well. You know, black, they throw the word black out there, so people thinking, oh, it's something for us. But come to find out, you know, that shit was funded and operated by a small hat, you know, and 3 Lesbos, man. And when you go into the mission of BLM, pretty much they want to destroy the patriarch. You know, and Esau's been doing that for years. He started back in the 70s, man. You know, with giving our women food stamps in Section 8, removing a man out the household. Then, you know, in the 70s, you had the heroin epidemic. You know, they were sending Jake off to Vietnam War. Jake came back fucked up off heroin or, you know, PTSD. In the 80s, you had the crack epidemic, which we still feeling the effects of that even to this day. The fast forward, 30, 40 years later, this nigga now making documentaries off of it and making more money off of it. You know, the 90s with the hip-hop culture, you know, rap, gangster music, and so on and so forth, man. You know, but they use our people, these sellouts, you know, where they knowingly or unknowingly, they use these peoples to help destroy our own people, man. You know, to push an image like a nigga like Lil Wayne. You know, use him for example, man. You know, Jake, you know, before he came on the scene, you know, Jake didn't really had dreadlocks or tattoos like that, you know. But they use him, Allen Iverson, another guy, you know, to push that supposedly thug culture. You know, now you see our people, man, they got all fucking facial tattoos, dreadlocks down to their ass, which is very hedonistic, man, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's part of the secret, you know, war as well.
Yeah.
You know? It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune on laying snares. Privily, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thoughts of every one of them and the heart is deep.
See, because so they think very elaborately about how to do evil, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they think very, very deeply on how they gonna set you up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's wicked, man. That's as evil as it gets.
Yeah, they encourage themselves. And how they do that? They got the money, the means, the funds, the time to destroy you. Because meanwhile, they got you in this fucking rat race. You know, these elites and these powers that be, these niggas got billions of dollars, trillions, shit, more than that. And they got nothing but time and money to fund, to help destroy your ass, man.
So they sit there and say, all right, all this bad is being done to them. How can I make it worse?
Mm-hmm.
How can I get better at making it worse for them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, verse 7.
It says, verse 7, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. And that's those nuclear missiles, man.
Yep.
But the Lord shoot at them in spirit right now through this word. The word is consuming his ass.
Yeah. Because it's exposing all of his his evils that he's doing throughout the earth.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? People are starting to find out what's really going on, man.
Yeah. It says, so they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. You know, they got their own kind telling on them, man. You got insiders, you know, bringing out information, man. Like a good example, you know, crack, which that was, they said they've been had that since fucking 10 years before it hit the streets of California and then spread throughout like wildfire throughout America. Because why? They was testing this shit out, you know, in these labs, testing it on monkeys, and then they introduced it to what? You know, our communities, and look at our people, man. You know, that's just one of many aspects, man. You know, hey, the prison industrial complex. You know, they set the traps and snares to get Jake caught up, you know, in these different, you know, in prison houses, man. You know?
Yeah.
And they make money off that, man. These devils, man, make billions and probably trillions off of just the prison industrial complex. Because who packs the prison houses, man? It's you tribes, man. So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Even to this day.
Yeah.
You know? That's why when you go to the so-called black neighborhood, what you see an influx of fucking police officers, man. You know? When you go to these Edomite neighborhoods, you barely see fucking police officers like that. You know, they not roaming around, you know, stopping and frisking Edomites and, you know, these heathens like that, man. They do that shit to Jake. You know?
Yeah.
They fund the guns into our communities. And that's another thing he did, man. You know, set up gun trucks. You know? Because Jake don't own no fucking gun manufacturing companies. Shit, hell, Jake don't even know how to make a fucking bullet. But yet, Jake getting access to these big-ass assault rifles. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of, like we was talking about earlier, on top of the food, the drugs, and the music, oh, that's a recipe, you know, for destruction, man. You know? And like the brother said, they set a system for you to self-destruct, man. Or to self-sabotage. You know? You got,
Yeah, I could finish this up.
It says, verse 9, and all men shall fear and shall declare the works of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doings. You know, and like the brother was saying, you know, now the nation start to wake up to the fact that this man's the devil. You know, because not only he's oppressing Jake, he's oppressing the entire fucking earth now.
Yeah.
You know? He don't give a fuck about the animals, the trees. You know, I was watching this clip, this nigga Bill Gates pretty much said, you know, dude asked him, you think if we grow more trees, would it solve, you know, pollution, you know, that quality of the air? He like, no, that's stupid. Why would we need more trees? You know, which is completely fucking wicked. Trees is the problem, nigga? No, nigga, you the problem.
Right.
You know? It says, verse 10, the righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory.
It's who's going to save us from this madness, man. The Lord is the only one that's going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right? We can't, you know what I'm saying, take upon this devil ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
All right? He in this world, he's too powerful, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, we got the most power because we got the Lord on our side, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Habakkuk 1.
Yeah, because if I can land back, you know, when you look at this devil carnally, there's no way you could defeat this nigga. This nigga he got all the weaponry. He got all the, you know, he got the media on his side. He got the witchcraft. He got the money. He got the funds. He got the surveillance. So carnally, there's no way you could defeat this nigga, man. But, you know, through the spirit, you know, hey, the Lord's going to smash his ass, man. The Lord is smashing this nigga, you know. You got Habakkuk what?
Yeah, Habakkuk 1. We'll just go to verse 12 and 13.
Habakkuk 1 and 12, and it reads, art thou not from everlasting, O Lord, my power, my Holy One? We shall not die, O Lord. Thou hast ordained them for judgment, and O mighty power, thou hast established them for correction. Thou art of a pure, it says, thou art of pure eyes then to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity. Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously, and holdest thy tongue when the wicked devoureth the man that is more righteous than he?
Hey, see, hey, so the Lord is gonna put an end to this madness, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, because the wicked, you know what I'm saying, is you know what I'm saying, trying to destroy the man that's more righteous than him.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Psalms 11, verse 2.
Okay.
And read all the way down.
Psalms 11. Should I read 1? I'll start at 1.
Okay.
Psalms 11 and 1, it says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. And it's crazy in spirit that David, wrote this as well as, Psalm 64, man. Because, David was running from his enemies. And we're not like unto the house of David,
Right.
It says, in the Lord I put my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountains? It says, for lo, the wicked bendeth their bow to make ready their arrows upon the strings, that they may shoot privily at the upright in heart. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? It said, the Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstones, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup.
See, because you know what I'm saying, like we said, man, the Lord is gonna bring, the destruction upon their own head again.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be rewarded for the evil that they have done. You know what I'm saying? To the whole world. All right, especially the nation of Israel, man. Because when you mess with Israel, you messing with the apple of the Lord's eye. You know what I'm saying? The nation of Israel is the Lord's children, man. All right, the elected nation of Israel, the Lord don't play about them, man.
It said, for the righteous Lord loveth righteousness, his countenance doth behold the upright.
Because the Lord said, hey, man, he is angry at the wicked every day, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, so this present world that we're continuing in right now, all this evil and suffering and stuff that we're going through, the Lord is gonna put an end to this.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know that you got an enemy, man, that's out to get you, man, in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta know that the Lord, you know what I'm saying, if you believe and trust in him, hey, that he's gonna save you out of this. All right.
So you got anything else?
Yeah, okay. And
so with that, pray this video was edifying. We want to give all glory, all praise and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakwanash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. As always, peace and salutation to the whole elect and the society pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. To you, we say Shalom, Kum Yasharala, and Abba. Chemotherapy 2025.